Yo, what's poppin', people? How we doing? Hope y'all are doing well. Hope y'all are doing well. Welcome to 2021. Let me get a woo.
Ooh. For real.
Yo, all right. So today,
Respectfully.
we got a little bit of something special. As you have
Yes,
may,
sir.
you may hear it in the background already. Y'all may hear it in the background. So first, let me go ahead and introduce the people, introduce the homies, the gang, schlimes. You
Okay.
know. So starting off. Notice how I'm saying starting off. We got the one and only, young, vegetarian friendly, vegan's
So,
best friend.
yes, sir.
Straight up out the Bronx. Said, you not from the Bronx, is you?
Yeah, I'm from Brooklyn.
Straight up out of Brooklyn. The one, the one and only literal tofu. What's up, tofu? How we
Yo,
doing?
what's going on, man? What's going on, man? I'm glad to be here. You feel me? I
Uh,
love it here. I love
yes,
it.
sir. Yes, sir. Welcome. Glad to have you on the couch.
Yes, sir.
Imagine one day I could be doing this on the couch, getting people in the stew.
That's gonna be fine with a nice little light and shit.
Yeah.
Corona precautions.
Right. So my boy Tofu just introduced. He was supposed to be on here last month, right? But if
Yeah.
y'all got me on Twitter, if y'all ain't got me on Twitter, go follow me on Twitter, Ocarina_kid. Um, I was talking about how we couldn't get the podcast out just because we had things going on, and I was like,
Yeah,
you know what?
unfortunately.
Right. 2020 been crazy. Just we gonna be easy with ourselves. It's not gonna try to push it. We gonna still get
Right.
quality.
Right.
Right. But now people. Because of that, I wanted to still get him today. But because we're in January, and I had a guest plan for each month. We're not stopping with just one guest. Got a little special for y'all. So let me go
Okay.
ahead and introduce the young upcoming star. Even though he's older than me, I'm calling him young. The rising phoenix. Each time he dies, he's reborn from the flames.
Yes, sir.
The Eternal,
You already know.
Another member
Yeah.
of the gang. The
Yes, sir.
OGs, the Thanksgiving, pinkies up.
Of course,
Put
of
your
course,
cheers
of
up.
course.
Put your cheers up. The
Thank you,
egg
big bro.
rolls straight out of where are egg rolls from? Asia?
Yes, sir.
You know, isn't that where they originate from?
Shit,
I
I
think
hope
so.
so.
Yeah, I
The
think
one and
so.
only RaiserInfinity. What's good, Riser? How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Glad that you can have me be here and speak to you because I've always wanted to have this one-on-one with you. But I guess since Tofu's here with me, we gotta settle this. You know what I'm saying?
Right, it's like a
We
it's like
gotta
a two
talk.
on one. It's a 2-on-1.
Yeah, it's a 201. It's a 201.
you
But
know,
yeah,
The more, the merrier. You feel me?
right?
of course. But
Facts.
yeah, it's lit. So let's talk. Let's talk.
Yeah, people. I was debating on what to do for this one because I think I alluded to it in previous episodes that I wanted to have multiple people on one episode of the podcast. I just wasn't sure when I was going to start doing it. So, hey, what better way to kick off the new year than with a little bit extra spice to the episode?
Of
Little
course.
treat.
Like let's start it up great.
Hold on, a little bit of spice. So,
Mm.
I got my boys, Raiser and Tofu, some fellow content creators, all of us on the come up, right?
Yes, that's
Gotta
definitely
look
coming
out.
up
We be
Gotta
doing
very
our
look
thing.
soon.
Yeah, we be
Yeah.
doing our thing. Y'all wanna talk about yourselves? You wanna talk about what it is you do? Go ahead and introduce yourselves to the people. Format it a little differently this time.
Okay.
All
Tough.
right,
Okay.
well, all right, well, I'm an aspiring storytime animator. So right now, I'm just practicing drawing, getting used to digital art right now, practicing telling stories. So I like tell it to my peers to make sure it sounds coherent and it doesn't sound like I'm just talking and with no point or direction, you feel me?
Right, right.
And I'm also planning to do my little reactions on the side to to make sure that people being fed. You
Make
feel
sure
me?
everybody eats.
Right.
When
And
you
I'm
got tofu,
also
it's enough for everyone, right?
exactly. And I'm also streaming on Twitch. So you gotta catch me there, man. Gotta catch you live. You want to talk to me?
Uh,
Feel me?
at Literal Tofu.
So at Little Tofu,
Quick little
exactly.
plugs. Quick little plugs.
Right, right, right. So yeah, I'm into. I love drawing. I always love watching story times and stuff ever since Swoozy. So, and I always loved the skit formats because I always used to watch Dashie and stuff like that growing up. So I was like, all right, like I gotta do this. I can't just be a consumer. I gotta be the one
Putting
making this
stuff
heat
out.
too.
Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. I got stuff to talk about. I
Right.
think it's funny.
No,
So I think it's really relatable to the people. So, I want to make sure, there's a video out there that someone could relate to. You feel me?
I feel you, and that's like fire. I've been seeing you. I've been watching you on Twitter. Like I be seeing your drawings that be on the come up, and even on Instagram, that you be just pulling through with the designs, like fine tuning your style and getting there. Um, and are you still working with Sappy at all?
Yeah, yeah. Me and Sappy, we always just working together, coming up with ideas on the side, and just she every time I got like this new little idea, she'll like concept art it for me real quick and just make some brand new fresh idea on paper. And I'm like, ah shit, now I gotta steal that. Now I gotta put on the animation. Like it's always magic with Sappy. It's always magic.
I'm RaiserInfinity. That's what people know me as so far.
Yes,
And
sir.
I'm currently trying to be a YouTuber in many different ways. Like I have many ideas how I want to take the YouTube route, but currently right now I'm just going with the gaming and reaction. That's about it so far. That's all I want to do. But I want to take my gaming channel more seriously so I can give people content that I feel like it can be very entertaining for them to watch. Because I
Right.
feel like I have this side of me that I can be very enjoyable or hyperactive or just very entertaining dude, to be honest.
Yeah,
But,
you gotta
you
gas
know,
yourself up.
yeah, so I'm trying to showcase that more. I'm trying to be consistent, trying to show off what I got. And yeah, and I definitely go on Twitch too. I go on twitch.tv/RaiserInfinity. I go there
Ugh.
often, once in a while. Once in a while to be there just to play games and just chill, honestly.
Yeah.
But who knows what the future is gonna take me? That's all I need to know is that the consistency is gonna answer itself. So yeah, that's my path.
Hey, there you go. Like honestly, and yeah, was he saying consistency? Consistency is a big thing. What did they say? If you
Yeah.
do it, like it's like if you can do it 3 weeks in a row, it becomes a habit or something like that. Like
Yeah, yeah, I
something
heard
like
that too. Yeah, if
that.
you definitely stay on the same route and if you believe in the process, you're definitely gonna see results at the end. So you just have to put a lot of work and effort into it. And that's
Right.
that's one of my philosophies too. You feel me?
Oh
I
yeah.
advocate that if anybody wants to polish themselves or make something brand new happen or they want to achieve their goals, just be consistent. That's all you have to do.
Yeah.
That
Like
will solve everything.
oh no, for sure. And like even though believing in yourself, like that's the thing is if you don't enjoy what you're doing, enjoy what you're putting out, why you gonna think other people gonna enjoy it? Like if
Exactly.
you're not having fun with it, don't like if you don't that's my thing. If you don't look back at what you just did, like this is specifically for me in recording and editing. If you don't look back
Mhm.
and aren't laughing at yourself while editing the video, while rewatching it, uploading it, do you really think other people are gonna find it funny?
Exactly that. Like I see a lot of YouTubers that just sit there like they know they're forcing the laughter, the happiness into their videos, but when they're done with the editing, they just feel so sad and guilty. Like, are you sure that's what you want to put out there? Like, I feel like even though money is very important, I feel like you have to make yourself happy and make yourself feel like your content is great to truly see the positive energy being reciprocated through your views, your likes, and your comments. You feel me? That's
Yeah,
one thing I always gotta say to myself too. Just like you said, if
like
you enjoy editing your videos, that means that you're giving out good quality content. That's a fact. That's a
exactly.
fact.
Because yeah, like okay, if you want to do something that you not happy with just for the money, get a regular job. You don't gotta
Fact.
like that's the point is to do a job that you're happy with. So like
Yeah.
that's really what it be coming down to, and that's even how I feel. because I know that like people want to see like certain things, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm not really feeling this right now. There's a fine balance for content creation that's like, okay, do stuff that you like, but then also do stuff that other people want to see, and you just kind of got to like
True.
find that balance you know, somewhere, and it's like a hard balance to find, but it's there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's
what are
definitely
your
there.
oh, my fault.
No, I'm saying it's there. Yeah.
I was gonna say, what are your like upcoming plans in terms for like content that you want to put out, like focusing on your gaming channel, focusing on Twitch? You got anything like specific in mind, your path laid out?
So I want to take the specifically on the gaming route. I want to take my gaming on the people that inspired me to even have a gaming channel is people like Afrosendru, Dash
Right.
EXP, Your Age. Like those are one of my favorite YouTubers to watch. You know, I enjoy the content and how they make their videos in different ways. They all have different things that I like about them specifically, but I
Right,
still
right.
enjoy it. And that's the path that I kind of want to propel myself into so I can do something similar, but in my own way. Because I don't like copying. I don't like
Right.
that.
You want your own little
That's not my way.
taste.
Yeah, I want my own little way of doing things, my own little thing. Feel me? And
Like,
let's see
yeah.
how people respond to that.
Yeah, build
And
up
yeah,
yourself.
facts. Even though I know it's gonna take a while, to get results and see something. Hey, as long as I'm having fun doing whatever I gotta do, I'm okay with it. I can never put myself down about that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
As long as the
and
joy's in it. Joy is in it.
yeah, exactly. And the other channels that I want to try out is like the reaction channel just to see because I like watching videos too. So I
Yeah.
like I like watching crazy shit, reacting to it just to see how it turned out, and it just makes me entertained. And that's just for fun, you know. See how that turns out, and it's been doing pretty decent. Decent, yeah.
I was gonna say, I think I watched like one of your reaction to gosh, what was it? I think it was a fighters. Let me see if I can find the video now, actually, because I know I was actually just watching it. I think it was when it dropped, and for me, I would say one of the things that I love about reaction videos is like, and just gaming videos in general, is like that feeling of not being alone while you're doing it.
Yeah, it's the feeling of like you're not the only person that's excited for this video, and you can like also reciprocate that exact same emotion as the person that's recording
Yeah.
or the video itself. Yeah, I
Well,
like that engagement. You know, I love that. I love that a lot. I love that a lot.
I'm back, by the
Um,
way.
Hey, what's
yeah,
good? What's good? Welcome
What's up,
back.
guys? Guys.
it's just that reaction is just it's calm. You don't really have to do too much. It's just that engaging factor that I love about it. I
Yeah.
love when we can all like everybody can sit there watch me or talk to me, and then we can all sit there and have the same type of opinion or different types of opinion. But as long
You
as
know,
we're just chilling and watching something, then that's awesome. That's
you know what I
fucking
like.
lit.
You know what I like about reaction videos.
Go
What's up?
ahead. Talk to him.
Because I be thinking I'm tweaking because
Mm.
I'm like, all right, like this part of the video was mad funny, but is it me? Like, is my humor weird? Like, I need to know if they laughed at the exact same point that I laughed at, so I know, okay, my sense of humor is fucking universal and not funny. Because
Yeah,
I mean,
but
like,
like the thing is,
Not just
I
the
be
thing is
waiting
Scott.
for
like
that
that.
content.
The thing is that one specific thing that just like makes me laugh sporadically is what makes like catches me off guard, and I feel like
Right.
people don't really react to that like the way I do. You
Oh
know,
man,
Okay.
yeah.
like
No-
those little things that just makes me want to like burst out laughing because like wow, what like you guys know the YouTuber Me Canyon, right? Like
Yeah.
every single
Oh
thing
my
he does, it's like
bro,
why,
me
how?
Kenyon, me Kenyon's a goat, but I ain't gonna lie to you. Them animations is disgusting. It's
Disgusting.
honestly like it's so nasty. When I saw Bugs Bunny, bro, do you know
Oh
what?
what,
my god,
What?
bro?
yes,
Bro, the
yes.
way he drew Bugs Bunny was so different, bro. Like, oh, it was disgusting. It was so disgusting that it was funny. Like, it was one of those like you ever seen those cursed videos?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Literally.
like he's animating cursed shit. Like shit you just shouldn't have seen never in your life, but it's bad funny.
If you
Yeah,
have the
word.
free time, take your time to go search up Me Cannon on YouTube and watch at least one of his videos, and you know exactly what we're talking
Any
about.
one of them, really. You know, and it's not even
Exactly.
a,
What?
you don't even need a like a recommended video. Like you just need to watch
Yeah.
one of anything you see.
Yep.
Like
That's
this
facts.
suit with this. You talking about these 3-minute videos or whatever?
Yes.
Like they're
Yeah,
not
I
and it's
even
think the
that
like,
thumbnail
long.
already gives it off, like what type of energy he's on.
and and,
Yeah.
and you see how he drew like Ed and Eddie and Sponge, like
Yeah, I just
yeah.
I'm looking at the Eddie one right now. This is Meat Canyon.
He's disgusting,
And
bro.
the
He's just
voices too. Don't even get it fucked up about the voices. Like,
like it makes me think. Okay, so I get it that YouTubers have their own sense of imagination on how they want to make their videos and structure them, right? But for him specifically, what goes on in his head? Like I'm doing like the R. Kelly, like thinking like what goes on in his head? What the fuck?
Uh-uh. Yeah, no,
I
that
want
like
to know.
that's
It's
cursed.
interesting.
that is cursed as fuck. Like,
It's interesting. Yeah. Very
It's just
interesting.
like it's just telling there's just a bunch of different type of people in the world with different types of
oh
ideas
god,
and sensitive humor, and eh, I
Yeah.
you know
you know
Most
what?
definitely.
You know what amazes me? That I know there was a human behind drawing this shit. You know, like
Exactly.
it was a regular, not so regular nigga, just like the rest
Yeah.
of us, who sat there and decided to take time out of their not just their day, but their entire life
Hmm.
to go ahead and make that what you see.
Just like another regular person that decided to go on Twitter to type down strawberry
All right,
twizzlers
bro.
is banging. But we're not gonna talk about that.
Listen,
We're not
bro.
gonna talk about
Dude.
that.
Listen. We could talk about it. Let me just, real quick. Let me just tell y'all facts. Listen. I recognize.
Facts.
I recognize.
Facts.
I can recognize that strawberry Twizzlers and Twizzlers in
Right.
general,
Oh
right?
no.
No, they are the worst thing ever to eat. You have to
Oh
fight
okay.
to eat a Twizzler, right?
Okay.
The process
Yes.
of eating them is not enjoyable, but the
Yes.
satisfaction.
You're losing me.
All right, all right, bro. The
You're losing me very fast.
satisfaction that comes at the end of it, and the taste is not that bad.
Wait. So you're telling me the first bite is disgusting, but then at the
No,
end
I'm
of
saying,
it,
I'm
this
saying, I'm saying, I'm saying, like the process of eating them is awful because like tearing them, it's like tougher jerky.
You're right.
Like
Candy
and jerky is exactly, and jerky is impossible to eat, but it's worth eating.
Nah, I eat them all the time.
You get the bite
All
size
the
or
time.
like the big ones.
The big ones.
Okay, because I guess it also depends on like what ones you get. Because I know some of them be like, they be pull apart, like nice little soft.
Yeah.
But then some of them
Yeah.
be like hard.
I eat them
To
for the protein mainly, but yeah, I can see why you say that. But Ocarina, listen, okay?
all right.
Twizzlers are in the bottom of the food chain when it comes to candy. All right? Not just the process, but the taste too. And the fact that you like the taste, but you hate the process makes me think, wow, he still thinks this shit is awesome after saying the process is trash? Bro!
Let me
Bro,
tell you something.
but then let me wait. Okay, real quick. Let me tell you, there also is such a thing as God packs for Twizzlers, where there will be the
What?
softest. There will be the softest and the most like flavorful packs in the world. And I promise you, when you hit a God pack, your life changes. It's worth it. It's worth it just for that high and that rush alone of eating it. Is nailing that God pack.
Well, let me
You
tell
know what,
something.
Ocarina? You made me
What do you
realize
rank
that I
it?
want to
What do
do
you
a
rank?
food video with you. I want
What,
to.
where do you rank Twizzlers? Like, if it was a S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier, where is Twizzlers?
They get BRA. They get BRA.
What?
It's somewhere in between. It's
BRA?
probably like a B. That's
I want to
mid.
do.
That's
Dude,
mid
that's
tier.
dude, that's
No, it's not. No, it's
That is
A.
average.
BRA is top tier. Okay,
I'm giving it a
we
B.
talking about Jolly Ranchers. We talking about Hershey's.
you talking about Sour Patch Kids, bro.
Literally.
I don't know about
Yeah.
Hershey's in top tier. Hershey, it depends. It depends. But
Did
I don't
you
know
did
about
Hershey
Hershey's.
with the caramel though?
Okay.
Yeah.
I put Twizzlers in the same tier as candy corn.
Bro, don't disrespect candy corn. Don't disrespect candy
Candy
corn.
corn, low key, low key, low key, low key, low key, low key,
No,
low
Talk
key.
to him. Talk
no,
to
key
him.
about this.
Talk to them.
You're wrong. You're just
Talk to
wrong.
him.
I'm just
can't
trying
say
to. Do I have to make a tweet? No.
Talk to him, bro.
Listen,
I'm finna
listen.
make the tweet. I'm finna make the tweet right now. Let them know.
The very bottom of Halloween. It's loser candy.
No,
It's disgusting.
There's a reason why candy corn is a staple for Halloween.
That's
There's
what
a
I'm
reason why
saying, bro.
There's a reason why it gives you dirty ass shit in your teeth. It gets stuck in there.
Bro,
Bro,
it is
bro.
flavored wax, but it smacks.
Bro, candy corn.
No, you're
I
not
don't
gonna.
know when you word it like that. I'm not gonna.
You're not gonna make that. I refuse. I
Listen. Candy corn is a solid. If there was an in between B and C, it's there.
Oh, what? You two? No, nah. Y'all are just two different. Now you guys are the same, but you guys are different. All right. Let's say different. You guys are over there, and then the rest of society is over on the right. All right. Y'all are just completely
What's your what's in your B to C list?
B to C, Starburst, Swiss
You
fish,
lost me. You said Swedish. You said Swedish fish.
Swiss.
Yeah, your opinion is invalid.
Swiss fish is fine. What are you talking about?
Swedish fish
Kit
is.
Kat? Yo, have you guys tried the Kit Kat from Japan? Like the flavored Kit Kat?
Nah, I
Yes,
haven't.
bro. Okay, listen.
I need
Let me tell y'all about. Okay, the best Kit Kat flavor I've ever had is party ice cream, bro. Party. Listen, look it up right now. I had it at an event at my school, where it was like a Japan culture event, and they were giving out Kit Kats from Japan, and they had this party ice cream flavor. You have it, your life is gonna change forever. Your life will change.
I don't know, Ocarina. I can't take a guy that says
No, you are only disrespecting yourself with this one. If you ignore this recommendation, you are only disrespecting yourself.
I'm not gonna lie, right? I had Pocky for the first time this year.
So within the last 12 days, you had Pocky for the first time.
Yes.
Huh. How'd you like it?
And it's not what I imagined, but the flavor I like the most so far is cookies and cream.
Okay.
It's just something about cookies and cream, bro, that just made it the flavor just smack.
Wait, you just eat Pocky? I use Pocky for many different reasons, religious reasons.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
Like?
It sounds like he's burning Pocky like they an incense.
Right.
It does look like they are incense. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
Yeah, it's just one of those. It's a party. I use them for party situations. You feel me?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
thing.
Pocky is my favorite snack. I'm not supposed to have Pocky because I'm allergic to tree nuts, and they're made in a factory that can have tree nuts in it.
Wait, you can't eat like peanuts or something?
I can eat
or
peanuts.
Is it like nuts? Oh,
It's
nuts
like
that come from trees.
walnuts. It's like walnuts, pecans, almonds, stuff like that. I can't have.
You can't even eat the almond honey oats.
Nope.
Yo.
But I risk Pocky. I risk Pocky every time.
What does it do to you? What does it like? Give you like a hives or something? Or?
It like makes my throat swell, something like that. You know.
Nothing like you can't breathe.
I haven't let it get that far. I don't think. Like honestly, I'm not even entirely sure. Because usually whenever I have it, it feels like my throat starts to swell and my mouth starts to swell or whatever. But usually if I like keep something like cold on it, like drink something cold, it like stops like me from dying. So I don't know. I don't know how accurate that is, but you know, I'm not dead yet. And I definitely ate raw tree nuts before.
That's what
what does it actually do to you if you get an allergic reaction? Like, do you get allergic reaction or what?
Not
So is it Is it only when you consume, or is it like touch? Like, what are we talking?
It's consumed, but it can also be airborne if I'm in like an enclosed space.
Oh, damn.
Because I've been in the car with one of my friends who was just eating raw almonds, and I was like, "Hey, bro, can we turn the windows down? Cause this doing something to me back here. This air hitting different.
Oh
That's
shit, the
this that Rona
kryptonite.
air. Like I'm dying.
You could die from regular air,
Right.
fucking all good air. Like, what's that?
Yeah, bro. None of that flavored air around here. But that's just to
That's
say,
crazy.
I love Pocky. I risk it. I risk my life on Pocky, and they
That is
have not let me
fantastic.
down yet.
Tofu, do you have an allergic reaction for anything?
Pickles. I think
Pickles.
I think it's the way pickles get pickled
So
that
the
makes my
pickling,
tongue.
the pickling of pickles.
Yeah, the pickling of the pickles literally gives me bumps all over my tongue. That's the only thing it
So
does.
so you be looking like that nigga Kevin from SpongeBob,
Hey, or
like
fucking
the cucumber, but
yeah,
cucumbers turned into pickles. So basically, Kevin could fold you.
Kevin could fold me. Loki, Kevin could make me feel extremely uncomfortable, but it's not. I'm not dangerously allergic to pickles. Like,
Okay.
let's say I took a pickle off of a burger and I ate it. I could still eat it. Yeah, I'ma still feel my tongue will feel a little irritable, but it's not gonna have any of the bumps and shit. But the worst that'll happen is I'll get bumps all over my tongue. Like you ever just feel like a piece of your tongue, it just feels like a little pimple.
No,
No, I
I
didn't.
have
No,
not.
no, no.
I'm glad I
No,
haven't.
no, no. Actually, no.
Yeah.
Better analogy. You ever like the side of your tongue ever just hurt? Like I
Yeah.
don't know, like it just feel like a little sore on the side of your tongue.
I think I know.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I
if you
think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Imagine that feeling, but all over your tongue.
oh.
Kind of hate that. I hate that.
Yeah,
Kind of hate that.
yeah. That's what pickles like just do to me. So it's
Okay.
like, yeah, that shit suck.
Okay, I see. But for me, I don't. The only thing I think I'm really allergic to, probably just I'm just lactose intolerant. I can't take dairy like that. It doesn't
Nah,
work
Okay.
out.
Okay.
nah, the
So
dairy
it
gonna
just
have
has
to
a
fight
huge
me.
impact
I'm
on
pretty
me.
sure I'm
Yeah,
lactose
yeah,
too, but I still be
Yeah,
gobbling
yeah.
stuff
the,
with
That's one
pig
of the
milk.
things that I'll definitely like fight to the death. Like those are the demons that I was staring the eyes with. Like that ass. I would eat that
bro,
cheeseburger in front of that nigga too. I don't
bro,
care.
me and the toilet have a relationship at this point where it's like kind of toxic, and it's
Cause you
like,
keep coming back.
hey, it's like, hey, did you eat cheese again today? You know me, like you know me,
You be dapping
type
up
shit.
the handle when you
Yup, when I
flushing.
flush, right,
Yeah.
and like
But
good
first
work,
of all,
champ.
I think that everybody has a good every guy has a good relationship with the toilet, especially the bathroom toilet.
How
Yeah.
long do you guys spend in the bathroom when you like? Let's say you went in the bathroom taking number two. How long you spending in there?
Minimum an hour and 30 minutes.
Bro,
Whoa,
what?
whoa,
What?
wait.
Yes.
What did you
Yes.
just?
I was tweaking.
I
I want to let you know something.
I don't know
My
about that.
bathroom is like my safe haven. Okay, I can do anything in the bathroom. Okay, I can
Okay.
relax. I can be reading manga. I can be scrolling through social media, looking at dumbass tweets like some guy trying to say Chick-fil-A's trash and throwing it out, or like just be chilling. Like the
Okay.
bathroom is just lit. It's chill vibe. It can be I can be very aggravated in the bathroom, or I can be very mellow in the bathroom. It just has it all. All right, everything I can ask for. Then again,
Actually,
the downside is that my legs being shot because I've been sitting on it for
yeah, your legs fall asleep because
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
freaking hard
I
ass
don't know about
toilet.
no hour 30 minutes, but I'll tell you, when I go to my bathroom, I will use the bathroom, and then when I'm done, wash my hands. I usually just lay on the not lay, but like uh what's it lean on the kitchen counter. I got a heater in my bathroom. I lean on the
Mm.
kitchen counter or the bathroom counter in front of the heater and just scroll through social media, listen to music because I got my speaker in there too. And I'll
Mm.
usually vibe. I could spend up to like a half hour or an hour
You
in
see what
there.
I'm saying?
But
Okay,
it's not
see,
sitting down on the toilet. That's
okay,
just
it would have been
that's
longer.
different.
It would have been longer because you're standing up, so like there's already like a timer count on that shit. But sitting down is just
But
the
I can't
world.
just
It
be
looks
sitting
like
down
rainbow.
naked like that.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. He just like me. I can't hold you. You gotta listen though. You gotta listen though, because it's like you could escape from like your worldly problems in the bathroom because it's like all they could do to you is say hurry up, but that's the only distraction you're gonna get. I feel like no one can distract you now. You're safe.
I
You're
found out that the Trump supporters were rallying the DC Capitol when I was in the
In
bathroom.
the bathroom.
wow. You know,
Yeah, I found that out
You
fucking
at
know,
work.
it was literally shit. That shit was terrible.
bro. I caught up on my webtoons in the bathroom, and I didn't even realize how long I was in there until I was done reading. I was like, wait, what the fuck? I'm still here.
Yeah,
Like,
I be playing solitaire on the toilet, just
bro,
vibing.
Okay,
I gotta get back into that. I ain't gonna
we gotta
hold.
talk. I want to know how people are so invested in these puzzle games so much because I can't do it.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you, I got so my folder, I got this folder called Waste. I don't play a lot of games, surprisingly.
Mm.
I'm like busy grinding. um,
Type shit. Like,
but
As you
like
should.
I got a gotcha folder where 3 out of my 4 gotchas are uninstalled. The iPhone that saves space stuff where it'll offload. And I got 3 out of 4 of them are uninstalled, and then I got a waste time folder which got 5 games in it, and 2 out of 5 of them are 3 out of 5 of them are uninstalled. Let me make it 2. Reinstall this one. But I got solitaire, banger.
Mhm.
I got Sudoku, banger.
I could
Mm.
never
And then I
understand.
got this water sort puzzle where you get it's like colors. I don't know if you've seen ads for it on Instagram. But it's like colors of water are mixed up in different vials, and you have to sort them. You get 2 extra
Oh, okay.
vials to sort them between. So it's another puzzle game, which
Mm.
I torched that one for sure.
That's some like brain stimulating shit.
Yeah, that's
I
why
did.
that's why I do it. I try to stimulate my brain in the morning. You know.
I do want to say that's a good thing, but I
That's
also do
such a
want to say
good
that
idea.
since Ocarina, since me and you, or maybe Tofu, since me and you are mainly the prime examples of like what happens when you are so obsessed into a gotcha game. Because remember, we met each other through Naruto Ninja Storm Blazing, right?
Yeah, yeah, which is
Or
gone,
Naruto Ninja
are
Blazing.
about to be gone.
Yeah, it's about to be gone.
Damn, it flopped
Blazing,
that
right?
hard.
It shut down because a lot of people aren't playing anymore, and the community
It's
is
just
shitting on the
they
game.
didn't handle it well. They didn't handle it well.
They really did not. But I wanted to say that what can you say that what game made you more obsessed in mobile games and made you like completely waste a lot of time and effort into it?
I always say, okay, I know for a fact, Blazing had me hooked. So if we're talking about gotcha games, I know Blazing had me hooked,
Yeah.
like off release. Like I think I logged in over a year before, like daily, like without dropping a day. Like when I would get in
Mm.
trouble, when I used to get in trouble, my parents used to give me like a flip phone,
Mm-hmm.
and take my regular phone, and they would be gone
Oh.
for like a week. And I think it happened like 2 or 3 times within the span of that year. I gave my friend my login information. I was like, bro, just all you gotta do is log in. You don't gotta do nothing else. But then at lunch, I would also ask him for his phone so I could play missions and stuff, and he would let me do it. Like, hey, shout out to Jose. He was a goat for all that. But because I had my transfer code and stuff saved in my email, and I sent it to him. I was like, bro, just log in for me daily. If you don't want to do it, just let me get your phone. I can do it at lunch. And so I never ended up dropping a day until like over a year or something when I started to fall off. So I know for a fact Blazing had me hooked. Dokkan also had me fairly hooked for a while. I played that one on the Japanese servers. If y'all don't know about
Oh,
Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, you don't want to know. It's Bubble Pop. It's Candy Crush, but less rewarding and more
Dragon Ball Z
frustrating.
anime. Yeah,
Like,
much more
I'm finna take all your money.
like
Like,
any other guy. You see that's the
yeah.
thing I wanted to say. That's why I kind of, even though I somewhat regret it because I put a lot of time, money, and effort into it. I feel like at the end of the day, it would be like a means to an end because just like Ninja Blazing, it's shutting down. Some games will shut down eventually,
I think,
but
yeah.
I always hate it fully because that's how I met some of you guys. You feel me? Like the community that it brought together, the people
Right.
that I'm. It was just a great time of us enjoying the game as a whole and as friends. You feel me? That's just awesome. I love that.
Like,
Not just but
my fault.
Dokkan.
Yeah.
But continue.
I was gonna say, I feel like in general, like that. I feel like it can be said about a lot of things. Where it's like, um, eventually, things are gonna come to an end. Like whether it be games or even us, like eventually our time will pass. But it's you
Mhm.
never really focus on the end, like on that end specifically. You never really like sit and dwell, at least in our group, and a lot of people I know, we don't really sit and dwell thinking about that end because a lot of the good moments aren't at the end. The good moments are like in the journey and what it has to provide. Now and then each ending can provide something to someone else as well. Like um kind of like everything has its own meaning and something that you can derive from it, and there's never really like a point where you should just so inherently focus on the end of the situation because you're gonna miss all the good things that happen from the journey because nobody was
Mhm.
thinking about, oh, when is this game gonna shut down. Nobody's like really thinking about that kind of stuff. They're like, I'm enjoying it right now and building this community, having good times with friends, bonding over this, things like that. And otherwise, if we just thought like, oh, it's just gonna be over one day, and you went in it with just that sole mindset and ignored everything else, nobody would play it. Same thing about life. If you just went into life thinking, oh, one day I'm gonna die, why would you want to do anything? But you know
Mhm,
that
that
there is more to it than just that end. There's a whole journey that happens before that end that you can pack
Some
with meaning
experiences.
and moments and even things to pass on to people after your time.
definitely, definitely, definitely,
That's a
definitely.
fact. That's a fact. Because it's like you don't think about it's gonna end. You just think about, yeah, I can't wait to get this pull. Like, oh man, like, oh, I can't wait for this character to drop. Like, let's take like outside of a gacha game, like let's take like a fighting game, Like you're gonna buy the DLC for the fighting game, but actually no,
Facts.
let's take Jump Force, right? Like you
Oh my
you
god.
assume Jump Force is about to be some heat.
Not me. I did not
Yeah.
fall for that trap. But I know my boy did. But okay, you know what? While you mentioned that, my friend Justin, Animeverse, he was on the first episode of this, of the podcast. He bought
Hmm.
Jump Force. I didn't buy it because I just figured I wouldn't like it. And he bought it, and he was like, in all, I'm disappointed with like the game, but I still have fun seeing all my favorite anime characters fight against each other.
Yeah, in one spot.
Yes. Yes.
That's what I liked about J Stars, bro. Like, I wish they'd stole J Stars' whole formula and just said J Stars on PS4. Fuck it. J Stars victory plus minus. Fuck it. And just had way more characters. Like, bro, I did Yorichi? What? On the same game as fucking Sanji? Like, come on, who would have thought, bro? Not me.
It's just
Like,
the many things they could have fixed is what made me disappointed and discouraged about the game. I had such a high hope for the game. I was really rooting for it
You
because I
know,
was like, okay, maybe if it came out with these little bugs, I mean, major bugs, they could fix it down the line. But that's not what we got. So that
I assumed we could get way more characters, but when they specified like one or two issues of Shonen and not all of them, I was like, yeah, I just missed the biggest
mhm.
cash grab opportunity. Like, people could be mad now that Suna's not gonna be in the game, and like, I don't even know if Yo Asakura could be in the game because I don't know what line of Shonen Jump it was in. So the shit, he might not even make it. So they might just milk Bleach and Hunter x Hunter and Naruto till it fucking ends. I'm honestly surprised at how much Yu-Gi-Oh characters they're adding. I thought
I
that,
did not expect that. I did not expect that at all. I
yeah,
didn't think they were
Bro,
gonna Kaiba or
Yu-Gi-Oh is
Yugi in the game.
goaded. Yu-Gi-Oh is
But
goaded.
in a fighting game, I didn't think like how I was thinking in my brain like how would they even make it work? But they proved me wrong. Like they definitely made that shit completely work, and I was just blown back that. Like I was just blown back.
You gotta speak to the creativity of other people once you get a team. Like, and then everybody bring in their own ideas, because where you think like, oh, I can't even imagine it, somebody else just be like, do it like this.
Exactly.
He's spitting.
You know, we gotta
Yeah.
drop the messages off for the kids. Send them something home. You know, they don't teach you this in school. That's why I be
They
trying to
don't
tell
teach.
people.
They don't teach you. They always throw you in groups, but they never truly teach you how to be interdependent, like to rely on each other. Like you don't gotta do everything by yourself.
Yo,
You
yeah,
know,
can we
it's
talk about that? How trash the
like
education system is.
oh, like outside of the whole I wish they taught me how to do taxes talk. I wish they taught me how fucked the world was gonna be once you graduate. Like, yeah, they always say we're preparing you for college. When you get to college, it is like, it's kind of feels like high school 2.0, but with more like leniency because
Yeah,
you only have
freedom.
like two, yeah, way more freedom. Uh, they don't, they should teach.
I think it's
You
kind
know
of
how this like,
scary.
you know how this like classes for females. I forgot what they call it. Woman something. I forgot the course, but it's a course specifically for women. But I feel like there should be a men's one too.
I actually don't. I never have heard of that. I like. Is that
Classes
in
for
high school? Like
No,
woman.
it's a college. Hold on, women's
I was thinking like
college.
sorority, like a group, but I don't think there was a class or something like that.
I was gonna say. Well, I mean, like, I think for me, my first year in the college, it's like it wasn't scary, but I think like there's a certain point where when you get all that freedom thrown onto you, it becomes a little scary, because it's like it's
Yeah,
overwhelming. Like, and then there's all these things that you don't realize that you didn't know how to do until you need to do them.
exactly.
Mm-mm.
It's like
Like,
high school always said, "All right, this is due tomorrow," or "This is due next week," but you kind of always see the teacher every day. But then when you literally only see the teacher once a week, but then you
facts.
forget, like, oh shit, I had this due since last week, but I only see the teacher once since last week. And there's only so much that a teacher could teach you.
Yeah, I for sure
And,
gotta do some work for my classes too. Yeah. My
you
fault. Go
know what
Um,
ahead.
I'm saying?
college to me, college is kind of different than compared to you guys. How you guys looked at it. For me, it was more of like like a relief. I feel relieved that I can have a lot of free time to work on my craft and
Right.
go to work and balance my schoolwork at the same time. Being left alone really taught me discipline, taught me how to focus, how to truly depend on myself. And I love that. I love the beginning levels of college. It was just great. It was just phenomenal. But if we had to talk about the system, I feel like they should incorporate classes about social skills or how to actually properly live in society in terms of investing, marketing, how to even have a proper bank account. They don't teach us none of that.
Yeah,
You actually
that's something
have
I
to do it
feel
on
like
yourself.
a class about credit would be nice. How to build it, how the money works in society. They should definitely
and
teach that.
and not that doesn't have to be in college. I say that has to be in something through middle school through high school. It's like that
Yeah.
should be a general course for everybody,
You
every
know
single
what
person.
they need to bring back? They need to bring back trade classes, like the classes that teach you a trade, so you could graduate high school with a trade. So if you don't want to go to college, at least you have an option,
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
like wood shop. When was the last time you seen a school with some wood shop classes? Like I don't even, I don't even know.
I had woodshop in high school. I just wasn't interested to take the class because it's woodshop. For me,
Options are
it's
You
still
know,
pretty limited in high school is the thing. Like,
yes, it
yeah,
it's
is.
like
yeah,
you
you can
they
only have
force
so many
you,
classes.
right.
Yeah.
They force you if you want specialized education to go to college. Like, everything else is supposed to be generic, and then it's like, okay, it's specialized when you go to college. But even then, that has like all of its flaws, and like you were saying, like there's a lot of generic stuff that they don't teach you that you need to know
Exactly.
for college. Like, how do you
Like
take out a
people
loan? Like,
like exactly like people come out of college that are people come out of college at the age of 21, they know nothing of the world and how to navigate. All they have is the diploma to show for it. And sometimes, especially now, they can't even get their job. So it's like they're just staying home, trying to find a part-time job and just live life until something happens. You feel me?
Yeah.
And they don't have a, like, most people have a car, but I'm just saying, like, just a lot of things they can teach and learn just to elevate them in society. That's literally what I want college to teach people, including myself, obviously. But
Right.
yeah,
No, I get you.
it just
And my fault.
yeah, I'm just saying this needs to be incorporated. That's all.
Yeah, I agree, and I think I talked about this with one of my friends before. I think there's like a big rush in standard or expectation for people to like get out of college as quick as possible. Like you should get out within 4 years. You have to get out within 4 years. But it's also kind of like get out in 4 years for what? Like,
You
do
know,
you
let's
know
talk.
what's waiting on for you on the other side? You're just gonna get out and go be like a slave to the system. Is that what you want, or do you like actually know like why you're rushing to get out of college?
Yeah,
You know?
let's talk about what's the time frame and what should happen, right? Like, what if the kid wants to take a year off of school because he's been in school for 18 years? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Since he was in kindergarten, like, what if he just says, "All right, it's not mandatory no more. Can I take a year or two off?" Like, as long as the kid's actually going to go to school, period, I feel like you should be able to take a year off. Let him get a job because it's not like he's going into college with money, so he still has to ask his parents, "Hey, could I hold 100?" Because you're
Mm-hmm.
not gonna. 'Cause what you gonna do? Give your college son a 20? Like,
That is nothing. That literally does
no, that's like 2 days worth of food
Right.
for a grown man. If they're
nothing.
really like, if
Bro,
they're stretching it,
If you cook it, you can make it last longer. But not everybody
right?
knows how to cook.
Exactly, that too. Like a 4 for 4, you can do a couple of 4 for 4s for the same
Yeah,
dollar, right?
yeah, yeah.
You can drag, but what if you're on the campus and it's far away from fast food restaurants and all you have is your little cafeteria
that is spicy
and
chicken fillet.
shit.
All right,
Like,
bro. Always about this Chick-fil-A. Any so
Always.
no, okay, but on a real note, that's like another one of those things though, is like because there's like the whole talk about like obesity rates in America or something that had been like a running talk. And it's like from situations like that where the only food that's available reasonably is like fast food,
yeah.
and that's like a whole nother thing is like the health that comes from that.
You know what it is? It's they make these foods and they taste good, but they make it so it don't fill your ass. So you either drop a lot of money on it to not fill to fill you, and then you're like, damn, you know what? It tastes good. I'm gonna get another one. You already full
Also,
though,
the
and it's
that
it's fattening.
oh
So
sorry,
it's
sorry.
go ahead.
I just want to say that the accessibility, it's right there. It's cheap. It's right there. Even though it's very unhealthy, it's very quick to get that type of food. It
Mm-hmm.
tastes great, but it affects your body in a negative way. But when it comes to home cooked meals, right, you actually need a plan. How you're gonna cook it, prep it. Every little thing counts when you're making your own food. And the
Yeah,
ingredients cost a lot of money. Nobody really has time for that in this day and age because everybody's on the go. We're on the move. You feel me?
that's
Right.
That's
exactly why
why.
I don't cook. Like as much as I want to or should, is like I'm literally just like sitting here. I'm like, yo, this is going to take time. I am trying to
Time.
put out content. Like I don't
Exactly.
I don't have an editor for none of my stuff. I have to edit it myself. Recording is one
Mhm.
thing, editing is another. I go to
There
school, got a job, stuff like that. Where it's just like managing time, it doesn't leave enough time.
Yeah.
The prep, like prep some
It
food
did-
for the week. I mean, you could make the time where it's like
Right.
you said, you don't have an editor, you got work, you got school, so it's like you have to sacrifice something. And if you're
Right.
not willing to make the sacrifice, or if the sacrifice doesn't seem that great enough to make, then it's like,
Oh, my
I
sacrifice
guess
gonna be my job. Just give it a sec.
shit, shit. That's the goal, to be honest. Fuck.
Hmm.
I want to touch on the college topic real quick too. It's just that do you guys think that what do you guys think that what you want to do in college is worth it in terms of the money, time, and effort?
For me, oh, or actually,
No, just general, because
okay.
I don't want to get personal.
I know. Okay, in general, I think that a lot of things that you go to college for can be learned outside of college on your own and better and cheaper because tutorials exist on YouTube or any like experiential learning place that wants to hire like mentees. Um, I think you
Tutor.
can learn pretty much anything that you want in college outside of it, and it'll be cheaper because you don't have to take gen ed classes. You don't have to spend the time in those gen ed classes. You can spend the time that you would be in those classes focused on what you actually care about doing, which I think will get you there quicker and
What do
cheaper.
you? How would you recommend people to find out how to find what they actually want to do in life?
And
Just
that's the scam part of it, though. That's the scam. Is
I
that
say do
people
everything.
can make up their minds right then and there,
I say do
and they will still
everything.
waste a lot of money. Yeah.
what do you mean?
Like what I do is that if I have an interest in something, I just do it. And like if there's something I want to do, it's just like, all right, well, why wouldn't I just do it? Like I'm interested in doing it, so let's just learn how to do it. And if it's something that I want to make a career out of, then I'll keep pushing for it, like so, or at least keep it in my mind. But if it's something I just want to do as a hobby, then I'm just gonna do it as a hobby. It's like if you have interest in something, just do it and see how long that interest prevails from doing it. And if you have something that prevails for long enough that you could consider making a career out of it without it being a detriment to your enjoyment of said thing, then you can use that as a career path. But you shouldn't use something that you have enjoyment out of as a hobby to push too strong for a career if it's going to kill the joy you have in that hobby.
Okay, I
I
like
agree.
that.
I
I
agree.
agree with that, man.
Like,
Def-
that's just like kind of the easiest way for me, which is why I've done like a bunch of stuff. Um, and I still can do like that stuff. I just don't do it as much as I do the things I want to focus on. Um, in terms of that, so it's like I still do it just because it's fun. I enjoy it as a hobby, but it's not nothing I do or focus as much time on to make a career out of. It's just I do it to say I can do it.
I feel
That's
that.
exactly why I like branching off with the things that I do. I just want to experience many things, just like you said. Give it a try. Let's see where it takes me and what I can do with it. You know, with
Yeah,
any new, with any new thing comes with new friends, connections, new possibilities. Like everything is endless, so you wouldn't know until you give it a try. You just
exactly.
I
Like,
love that.
don't be afraid to fail nothing either. Man, and the biggest thing is being willing to push yourself out there, like to
Oh,
try and to succeed.
that's a different level.
Like,
I say because it takes a lot of courage to do that. Because if
exactly.
if you have a lot of things that you want to deal with personally, but you still want to succeed, it just takes a lot of strength to put yourself out there.
Like that's even something I was talking about in my update video I did on the second or whatever. Is like I was talking about how I got like 100 something videos up now, like, and in all I have been doing YouTube since I was like 14 and I'm 19
Mm-hmm.
now, so I've been doing YouTube for like 5 years. I don't think once I promoted my channel or anything on social media that people I grew up with have me added on. I promote on Twitter all day. Snapchat and Instagram, you never see me there. But that is arguably where I get the most views and interactions. So if I wanted to promote anywhere, and even Facebook, I would get more. If I wanted to promote anywhere, it should be there. But I
Mm-hmm.
don't. And that's like one of those biggest things where I'm like, okay, well, why don't I want to do it? Am I like afraid of what the response is gonna be? Do I just not feel like it? Like that kind of stuff where it's like trying to push yourself to take those steps.
I feel exactly the same way because I also feel like there's a lot of insecurities and many things that stop me from promoting in other social medias because I feel like when this requirement is checked off, that's when I feel the need to put myself even more out there, so I can
Right.
be ready for anything that those comes in my way. Feel me? But
Yeah.
that's the part of the journey. That's why I love it so much, because you don't know how it's gonna make me. Like it might even turn me to a monster. You feel me?
You're
Like you don't
right.
know.
Yeah, fair.
You're gonna get your
So
development from it. Like you face
exactly.
these
So
hurdles
even
and hills now.
exactly, like even though it's stopping me, I still have the will to keep taking the steps
Mm-hmm.
to see how it's going to turn out. So eventually, I do have the courage and strength to put myself in every single platform and let people see what I do.
Right. Like you're still taking steps to the summit. Like
Yeah.
even if you're not making leaps and bounds right away, you haven't like backed down. You haven't stood still. You haven't turned around. Like you're still
Yeah.
taking steps towards that summit and like shit, each step takes you closer and you will eventually get there. And like it's not like you have to get there in one day. It
Exactly.
is a journey. So as long as you keep going forward, you will get to the summit. And what you find awaiting for the top there, maybe it'll be worth it. Maybe it won't be.
Mhm.
You will find out. But there's a bunch that you can learn along the way in all of that. And that's where like the bulk of it lies.
Yeah, especially when you see your like inspired YouTuber, how you see them came up from nothing into something great. Like for example, Mr. Beast. If you saw his first video, he was literally just a normal college student in his dorm doing like a lot of dumb shit,
Right.
and it was entertaining. But he didn't know how it was gonna propel him to be one of the biggest YouTubers in the world. Like he didn't
Right.
know that. It's like PewDiePie too. But the fact
Yeah.
that it just keeps going, just to see how it would turn out and make them great is just like it'll be something to laugh at when you just go through the whole journey, and you'll love it. You love every minute.
Yeah, you'll be like, "Oh, that's really where I was at one point." But and look at me now. Like it's just crazy and it's
Yeah,
fun.
one. That's why I did say college is a scam, but honestly, if you believe that you need college to achieve your own dream, then it truly isn't. It's just how I perceive it in my own way. But it just depends on what you want to achieve in life. If you feel like you want other tools to achieve your goal, then definitely take it. If you're 100% about it, definitely take it. But for me, nah, nah, nah.
Nah,
I'm
I
I'm
get
gonna have
that.
my different ways of getting information and learning, because that's what life is. It's all about learning and mastering your own craft.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I don't know, I would hope that the craft that you're trying to master is something like you genuinely enjoy and not like something your parents just said, "Hey, you should be a plumber."
Do
You
this.
know?
Man, yeah. That's the
My
worst.
okay. Listen here.
Story time.
I come from an African. I'm Ghanaian. Okay, my parents wants me to become a lawyer since I was an infant, bro. First of all, even before an infant, when I was in the womb, they said he's gonna be a lawyer, doctor, or something else, or an engineer. I swear to you, they were like breathing that shit to me. I have no freedom or space to even think for myself until I turned like, I don't know, like 16, 15. And I was like, you know what? I don't enjoy it because they've been making me take classes for it, and they just didn't click to me. I didn't understand it, and I didn't enjoy it at all. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to talk to them, and let's see how it turns out. My first attempt failed tremendously. Like, I think I got my ass beat.
Dang.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. But
Ooh.
it's African home. But the second attempt,
Yeah.
I had to stand up against my parents one more time. Even though I knew I was gonna get the ass beating in my life, I had to tell them, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna do whatever I want. And of course, and still going to school, trying to finish college.
Right, right. But you
I'm
do
trying to
what
do
you
many
want
things.
still.
Yeah, like I try to please them while trying to do whatever I need to do at the same time, trying to manage both of
Yep.
them. And they came to acceptance that if that's okay, then let's see how it turns out. And I'm like, okay, cool. But right now I'm currently taking a break, so Corona. Yeah,
Right.
so
No, I
I feel
get
like
you.
there was a great opportunity. Also, since 2021 just started, I just want to say, how was both of you guys 2020?
That was horrible.
Terrible?
It was terrible. Let me
Really?
tell you why. Let me tell you why, right?
You know
You
that?
know what? You know what? I think I dragged it. It felt the world felt gray. It was just so much the bad shit happening because Corona.
You're right.
Every time you turn on the news, death.
I just realized that
Every
word. You say
every
corona?
time you open, huh?
No, like that word corona is very sensitive on YouTube. I believe so.
Oh well, we
Cause like I
finna
heard.
find out. We finna find out when it's uploaded. They finna hit me for the Rona. You know how many times I said the Rona though in like one of my videos or something like that? They ain't hit me yet.
But you said Rona, not Corona.
Rona.
Okay,
Yeah,
look,
yeah,
look, look. What's?
yeah.
I'm sure the most they finna do is put a CDC warning talking about find the facts about coronavirus at this website.
Yeah,
You know what? We just gonna hope we go under the radar for right now.
right,
Do,
right.
do it while we small.
Right.
You sleep it and keep it pushing. You keep that
Yeah.
money. Fuck
Yeah.
that.
Fact.
But yeah, in the beginning of the year, right? Let me tell you something. In the beginning of the year, I was like, "Oh, this is my year. I'm about to travel this year.
Ooh.
I'm about to do so much." Oh man. Next thing I heard, new virus in China. I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, that's
It's
over
China,
there, not over here.
right?
Yeah.
That's whatever." And I was like, I'm planning for my birthday. My birthday is February 1st. So I'm like, all right, nothing could go wrong on my birthday. Cool, cool, cool. So, I uh I go on Tinder because I was like, it's been a while, you know. Let
Okay.
me try to get some again real quick. So then, I met this chick and I matched with this chick, and she seemed pretty cool. I was like, all right, I could do something with this one, and she was like, I'm not the type of girl, you know, I get a little nerve. I don't want to link, immediately. I kind of like to get to know the person before I link. And I was like, you know what? All right, like I'm a nice guy. Like, all right, we can get to know each other, whatever. So we texted for about a week or so. And I didn't realize that the day we made plans to link up was on my birthday, conveniently. Because, honestly, it's because it's a leap year and February gets really shifted around on a leap year. Like, usually my birthday is it's on a weekday, but for some reason last year it
It
was
was
on
a
a
week.
Sunday or something like that,
Okay.
weekend. So I was like, all right, well, when we link, it's gonna be my birthday, conveniently, haha. And she was like, "Oh, don't you want to spend that with like people you really fuck with?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm not going on a date on my birthday, whatever." And that day, up coming towards that day, one of my other female friends was like, "Hey, we should hang out for your birthday." And I kind of had a little crush on her too, so I was like, all right, shit. Like
You a player.
you can get February, you can get February 2nd. Fuck it. And then one of my other female friends was like, "Hey, it's been a while. Like, what's up? I know your birthday's coming soon. Let's kick it." I was like, "You
Ooh.
know what? You can get February 3rd. Like, what are we doing, guys?"
Mm.
Oh, this is where the fairy tales come back to reality
Now, just
because
so y'all know, you're getting a sneak peek of the channel right here with Tofu.
they only the real ones is gonna hear it before it gets said publicized on my behalf. But you know,
Mm.
just to sum it up, kind of go into details. The first girl flopped on me,
Okay.
Damn.
and then
Tragic.
I was like, "Fuck it, I'ma go get my hair dyed because fuck it, I want to get my hair dyed and my nose pierced." So I was like, "I'm gonna do this, like fuck her, you know." And you know what? My
Wow.
barber had a party that same night of my birthday, so
Mm.
I'm gonna go to the party. So I went to the party, got fucked up, and that was fun. I ain't gonna lie, like I'm not a party person,
Right, right.
I wasn't the guy to get invited to all the parties and shit like that. So going there was like, wow, You know, and it was with an age group that I'll tell you, I'm not close to. They're at least touching 30. And it's like, all right, like this is some grown folk business going on over here. But it was good vibes. It was good vibes. And then the second day, the girl fucking disappeared. Like my friend ghosted. I was like, oh, okay. Second day in a row. So it's like expectations were up, down, up, down. And then on the third day, when that was supposed to be the third girl, she was like, I had work today and I didn't even know. I was like, all right.
Dang.
I was like, all right, bitch. Like, if you ain't wanted to hang out with me for real, you just gassing me, then let me know first. Like, but I said, you know what? It hit me. I was like, you know what? Let me lower my expectations for people because, I can't expect everything I want to go my way. You feel me? That was my first little taste of it. Like, this was 3 flops back to back. We're just like, holy shit. Okay, that's a January. And then, everything happened with all the celebrities dying in January and shit. I was like, damn, bro. I ain't want to drop no names, but some real
Right.
legends died in January
No
that year.
facts.
Yeah.
2020 in general took some goats.
A lot of people all the way to the tail end of it, all the way.
Yeah. That's low key though. That's how I know my time's coming. Just cause
Good.
I 2020 ain't take me yet, which means I'm not there yet, but I still got the potential.
You
Exactly.
ever watch Final Destination?
I haven't seen Final
Shit,
I hate.
Destination in a minute. Might know what you're
bro.
talking about.
You just that wasn't your time. It wasn't at that final time. And you know what sucks about Final Destination? I be wanting them to escape the destination so bad because they be dodging it, but it be happening by force regardless. And I'd be
It's
like,
that plot twist that makes it so interesting at the
it's
end.
like, yo, how the hell did he still die, even though he saw it coming? Like,
It's funny. We knew it's Final Destination. We knew they're all gonna die, but we still didn't expect how they were gonna die at the end. That's what really
It's
blew
the
my mind.
journey.
yeah,
Bringing it full circle.
Granny, shut up.
yes, sir.
It's
He
about the
did.
journey, even if you know the end.
Exactly. But to me, I think 2020 was very interesting. I actually enjoyed it to a degree because it was more of like a self-reflection type of year.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
hate
Right,
it.
right.
because
Oh, for sure.
for me, 2019 wasn't my best year. It was actually one of my worst. And 2020 gave me the opportunity to truly learn my craft, learn about myself, and try to put myself in the best situation I can. In like the road to the best situation that I can be in the future.
Right.
And I also learned that first of all, a lot of people online, if you're online and you make a living through social media, you had one of the best 2020s out of a lot of people. I mean, yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of people
Yeah.
Oh
because
yeah.
you're making a lot of people are home, they're engaged, you're spending more like people are seeing what the next person is going to do. Social media is booming. TikTok blew up in 2020 a lot. Like it was amazing how it blew up so quickly. But
Crazy actually.
yeah, with that self-reflection, I can say that my 2020 was amazing. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
That's good though. That's good. Like it's good that there's people who can take away like the good things from a generally bad year.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's the most you should like. Technically, every year was pretty bad. It's just the good things that you can take out of it to make it great.
Yeah.
You know.
Like I know for me, I talked with y'all a little bit about how my year went last year. I'm not gonna go too much into detail.
Hmm.
But my 2020, those first few months, boy, hit different, and they had a
Yeah.
lasting impact up until probably the start of fall. So a few months ago, like around August, they had a lasting impact. But I was fortunate enough where I was one of the people who could take advantage of being locked in and still find time to work on my craft, even in slumps. I was able to find time to do something, and I had my ups. Like I had my downs. I hit rock bottom, and once you go at rock bottom, you either just want to chill there or go up. It's one or two
Hmm.
options, and I feel like fortunate enough, I've been able to say that I'm going up, and I don't want to gas myself too much, but I feel like
No,
I feel like
it's
we
good.
headed to like a good spot. Like,
It's good to gas yourself up because that's when you know you believe in yourself so much to make something out of it. No, never
yeah.
ever stop gassing yourself up. Never.
Like I will say that I think that I am definitely headed to clear skies and blue waters. Maybe those are supposed to be reversed, clear waters and blue skies, but I think that's where we headed, and I'm happy to say that. Like, genuinely, I feel blessed for that.
And we're all
So,
gonna be
I've been people both y'all's work ethic. Yeah, really doing something. You know, I can't wait. I just can't wait for the results of all the grinding in the next. I can't wait for it to be on some random blow up stuff, on some rice gum stuff. Like all of a sudden, everybody knew rice gum. You know,
Right. You don't know what did it, like where it came from, but all of a sudden, everybody and their mama knew who you was talking about when you said the name.
exactly. Like,
literally.
like you just walk on the street, I'm watching a Riser video. Oh, you know him too? Like it's
Uh,
to a point where
Do
it's
I
like,
know him?
oh, I know.
Shoot.
yeah, come on. I already know the vibes.
That's the fun though. It's like not knowing when that stuff's gonna happen. That's the fun.
Yeah,
You don't know what's gonna come next. Like
most time.
even through all the bad and all the good, like I feel like the moment that you can start looking back at it all and say the fun, like if you're still excited about not knowing what comes next, even when bad things have happened to you, I feel like that's when you kind of know that you have a powerful spirit, that you have like a strong soul. Is because you can still be excited for the unknown despite what the unknown has given you before.
Yeah.
Definitely. I love that. I really do.
Uh,
'Cause it gets tough. It gets tough. Like when life hits you very unexpectedly, especially during Corona, when like a lot of people's families got affected.
struggling, yeah.
To say, all right, how am I gonna proactively get out of this instead of just crying and letting like debts pile up or something, or just not being progressive, period.
Yeah.
And like I said, like just got rock bottom, and anybody that got up from rock bottom, I salute. Honestly, I always question myself to say like what I get out of that, but like for anybody that do, I y'all some real soldiers for real.
Basically, just make your 2021 even better than 2020. That's my main message to anybody.
Like do what you
Make it,
can.
make it great. Yeah.
Like it's understandable not being able to do a whole lot. Like we're in a pandemic, so it's just like I mean, like even staying alive to each day, like making it to the next day is something huge. Cause
Fact.
in general, not everybody is guaranteed like their tomorrow, whether it be like forces outside their control or something that they do to themselves. Like it sucks and it's awful to talk about, but not everybody's guaranteed tomorrow. So like just the fact that you can wake up, listen to this podcast, eat your breakfast, do your workout, that kind of stuff, like the fact you made it to the next day is a blessing, and it's a lot. It's powerful. Like that's the first step to becoming the best you, being the best you can be. Just waking up and breathing.
Definitely, a lot of people had a lot of problems in their relationships this year, and I've noticed that the red pill community has really blew up. Yeah, blew up.
Blew up or
That's
blown
the
up.
right word. Yeah, has blown up over 2020. When all the guys are home and they're like, man, how the hell could I get a girl? Especially during Corona. I couldn't do it before. I'm definitely not getting no girl now. So it's like, I like to see that men has really risen 2020, like in general. Like our values have been sought after. People started realizing when a pandemic hit us, oh my God, we do need each other.
Yeah,
Like,
you like the support from other
yeah, like
people.
because when you get laid off from your job, you look back and you're like, damn, I'm living by myself, or I don't got anybody that can watch for me, if something happened. So you just gotta turn around and be like, thank God, I have people that would at least respond to me if I text them right now.
Yeah,
Or thank God, like someone's at the crib right now, uh, just being there, just doing them, just a presence, even though they're not doing anything
exactly.
directly for me, just they're in the space, and it's like,
And
thank
it's so
God, like,
important.
yeah,
Like,
man.
especially with just typically men's mental health, like it's like stigmatized against stuff like that. Like so that's like dangerous and uneven, like with the 4 times suicide rate for men that
Ooh,
comes from those stigmas, like going into a pandemic where you're practically locked up by yourself and coming from a society that generally looks down upon affection between men. Like it is scary. Like that is the setup for failure, like no
Yeah,
matter what way you look at it.
it most definitely. It's just men are well, men always you're supposed to be strong. That's how society taught us to be strong. Always have your things in check. Be the strongest person as you can be. But they don't really
Right.
look at the emotional sides of it because we're also human too, but it's always overlooked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, for what society says, if my wife's stacking 8 figures, 6 figures, I don't care. If she making the bands, I'll be a house dad. You say you need me to take care of the kids? Shoot, if she making the money, I'll stay at home. It don't matter to me what society say.
True.
as long
For me
as
specifically, I still would be the person to like work hard and try to make the most that I can.
I'm gonna have my own
You know.
hustle at home, but I'll stay with the kids. I don't need to go to no office job or nothing. Like, if you got the bands, go make your money, sis. I'll be here with the kids. Dinner will be ready around 6 on that
Head
white people
ass.
time, white people dinner
What?
time. Don't no black community be eating their dinner at 6 p.m., bro.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, we don't really
we
do
eat
that.
that shit, whatever.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like even if my girl was making more money, I would still try and even surpass her because, like, I just want to make sure I'm still that guy in her eyes. You know what I'm saying?
I feel.
Because I ain't gonna lie, on some nature shit. Sometimes when these females be making more than you, they just can't help it. Even if it's the nicest girl, they might just turn around and be like, I'm really taking care of him for real. Like, he not really taking care of me. I pay this shit. I wanna, and then and then you get those minority of girls. 'Cause I'm not gonna say all, but you get that minority of girls that falls into like the level up type of side of YouTube, where it's like, yes, level up from your man, or level up from your situation, and it's like, damn, you really had something good, and
See, and I feel
you,
like, oh, my fault, my
mm.
fault.
Go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I feel like even then that like stems from just society, because like if the situations are reversed, then why should the man take care of the woman if they're making more? Like if they can pay it themselves. It's like it's seen as, like, it's looked down upon if it's like the if it looks like the man is being carried in any regards by the woman, but the other way it's like expected. Like, I no, for sure, don't get it twisted, I be trying to take care of my baby. Like, if I was booed up right now, I promise you, I wouldn't be complaining about no overtime. Like, I'd
Hmm.
be like, shoot, this means I can do right by you, and do more for you. And so that's like
Yeah.
personally why I would be trying to work more, um, not necessarily to keep up, but just that way I still have that ability to do things for the person that I care about. But I do think it even is just like a societal ground rooted thing where it's like it does seem like kind of like a scary and precautious situation to be in, making less, because then you can be seen as lesser.
So then, this is why, there's celebrities where like they'll be like a rapper, entertainer, or and they'll literally date a girl from that's working at a fast food joint, and level her all the way up. But
Yeah.
I don't see that the other way around. I can't hold you.
Yeah, Karina, that's true. Like you don't see
Yo,
a lot of
No.
facts.
high value women like lowering themselves for a guy that's does minimum wage or lower. Like it's not very
That's
common.
true. That no, that's actually kind of true. I don't see no stories about that. Like I can't say it don't happen.
Yeah,
But it show don't get publicized if it do.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm
So,
never gonna say something isn't happening. But
but it's like it helps like I get what you're saying. It even helps like fuel the standards in that sense because like
Mhm.
they get reinforced or whatever.
yeah,
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
it's just a crazy world we live in. Like all we can do at the end of the day is ourselves and try to be the best we can.
Yeah, just try to if you believe that's your source of like that's how you want to view love in a relationship, then by all means go for it. But just know you have to find that person that also has those type of views.
You gotta,
Because
yeah. On my fault.
like society, the common norm is that a guy has to make more than the female, and the guy has to take care of the female because if the guy don't, he will look at like you said lesser. The
Yeah,
girl will look at the guy lesser, and the guy can't really do anything, and the guy might probably leave him. But it's really rare to find those type of people that has a different view on that, which I think it's great. It's just very complicated a situation to
yeah.
tackle
I mean,
and do.
that's I know I got like some not unorthodox views about stuff, but I know that I have a very romanticized view on love in general. Like I'm very romantic in that sort of sense. Like that's kind of like something I care about
Yeah,
a
that's your love
lot.
language.
And that's exactly what I was about to say is love language is you gotta talk like when you're talking with someone, figure out their love language. Like if you want to make things work, you gotta know how they love and how you love and figure all those sorts of things out. Like if y'all will be able to match and like even if it doesn't perfectly align, like compromises stuff like that. Like communication basically is what that one come down to. Like
Hmm.
it's just
Most
talk.
definitely. Ah.
I feel like it's important to like tell the truth in a lot of situations. Like,
You're not gonna lie and say you what's a big baller amount? You're not gonna say you're making that.
no, like,
You can't. I don't think you can really lie about money because eventually it will come to light.
Eventually, that's the key word though. Is eventually. Some people will write out a lie until that eventually happens.
Oh,
yeah,
most definitely. But money's very sensitive because
Right. You ever lie about your height?
me.
being
Oh
used
no,
to,
I'm naturally 6. Me?
huh?
You talking to me? So
No,
I lie about my height?
he asking you, have you ever?
Oh no,
I was about to be
I thought I heard you say he used to. I'm like, wait, what?
No,
I
I
used
said
to.
I said I used to.
Oh, I was about to say, no, I don't.
You
No, I don't need to.
naturally. Okay.
I'm not to.
Bless
So,
You
jeans
know,
6'2".
I used to because it's like what they were saying back in high school, like, oh, he got to be a 6 foot
Yeah.
guy. He got to make
Yeah.
6 figures, and it's the
In high
it's the
school,
sixth rule. It's the sixth rule. He got to be 6 foot, 6 figures,
6
and
inches.
six
Whoa.
shit. I guess like so
I
it's like
points on that. I just never understood. But hey, that might be just a girl thing, you
Like,
know?
bro,
I feel like that's societal. I feel like that's what society pushed girls to want to like
But I
because
feel like that's still recent though, because was it always like that?
no,
I
it's been
don't
like that for
I don't
a
know.
long time.
I just know I got rejected freshman year for being short. I was like four
What
foot
the
ten or something like that though. But
freshman year of high school?
yes,
Bro, you didn't even hear
I'm
those
like
from
five
me.
foot ten. I'm like 5'10" now.
Oh
So
shit!
I'm still not tall, but like that is a whole foot in that amount of
Hmm.
time. But I sure got rejected for being 4'10", and ever since then I was like, man, am I ever for a girl? And then it just stopped growing. I stopped growing at one point. I was like, ugh. Just going.
Yeah.
Like shoot.
Bro, it really be like that.
But I'm happy
What
with
For
me.
real.
I can't
generation?
hate.
Yeah, as long as you can make do with what you have and make it the best way you can possibly be, you'll be fun in the market.
Bro, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay,
Yeah.
if me being 13 years old and 4'10" was really the deal breaker, it wasn't gonna work out. It
Yeah,
wasn't. She
Plus,
was
you
like,
were
you
13.
funny.
I don't think a real relationship would happen
yeah,
in 13.
I might have been 4'11" in freshman. Yeah, I can't hold on.
That's what I'm saying. Like, no girls first, nothing. She was like, oh, you funny, you cute, all this, and then, but she's short. I'm like, bro, you know what? I
Yeah.
ain't even for the trip. I
Don't even
complained
waste your
about it.
time.
I complained about it for maybe a week, maybe
You
a
know,
week.
what's crazy? I feel like what people's standards dropped after high school. Like we used to have these unrealistic standards for each other.
No, that's true. That's true. And then you start getting into the real world. I feel like you have to drop them once you go into the real world, in some sense.
I mean, unless you
Yeah,
like really
fantasy.
get absorbed in social media, and then you get this like weird, fantasized like, oh my god,
Exactly.
that when you don't see that on the street, you're like, where do you
Yeah.
see that at? And then you realize there's such thing called Photoshop. I was like, oh, wait, so these girls are editing their photos, like, so they not like that, like this skin not that clear.
Because you see all the fabricated stuff on social media, but you don't really get to see none of that real.
Like these girls on social media have no like what you call it cellulite, or whatever we call it, the dents in the butt, and like the little butt dimples, and
What?
then like there's like this shit where it's like the butt is like perfectly smooth. You know what I'm saying? It's a little chunky.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of girls got some chunky booties, bro. But it's not bad. But on social media, you think all these asses are like perfectly round and smooth, and then you see them, and you're like, you know what? This is not what I was sold. This is not what I was sold. This is not your IG. Like I didn't, but that's what social media does to you. You think like everybody's
It's-
skin is clear.
yeah, it becomes fabricated.
You know,
Like that was the biggest thing for me, and like Instagram too. Is like and the biggest one was Instagram because it's like people just post what they want you to see. It's not every moment. Like it's not real. Like it may be a real moment, but it's not real. You know?
yeah. And
Yeah.
it's like, damn, you ain't gotta add that much filter. Like I'm gonna see you eventually. Like you had to buy this, bro. Add no filter at all.
Y'all remember when there was the jokes going around about how you got to take your girl swimming on the first date when that was like a big blow up.
You said swimming on the first date?
It was like okay. I think this was like three,
Oh,
4 years ago now, maybe. Where it was like the big joke was like, this is why you take your girl swimming on the first date because the idea is like going swimming, it's gonna wash off the makeup. So that was a
That's
huge meme.
sneaky. That's sneaky, you know.
It's so stupid.
It's funny as
yeah.
fuck. When
I don't remember. I don't remember that one
You don't
actually.
remember
I
that?
didn't.
Okay, I'm gonna tap with
No.
y'all afterwards and see if I can find any of the
that's
Yeah.
jokes.
funny. That is so
But
funny.
that's just what that made me think of was that because I don't know, like I don't know, like honestly, I don't mind makeup like at
These
all.
I think I just I it gets to a point when you're
Or
lying.
yeah,
Because
but because I also understand that because I don't know if you seen that one TikTok where there's this one girl where she did a makeup wipe off her thing and she went from like
Oh
orange to
my,
white or whatever,
bro!
like something like that.
Yo, I saw that.
Like
I
she wiped off the whole tan
I
line. Like what the
and then
I
fuck?
she
couldn't help but be disrespected by that.
bro, and she was like, and she looked shocked, like she wasn't the one who did the makeup. I was
Like what?
like,
The
you know that wasn't
audacity.
your skin tone.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
You
Um,
know,
I don't know
one thing that pissed me off, the
what's
whole
up.
color shit in high school. It's in like in middle school, high school shit. Cause it's like, and let me tell you why it pissed me off on both spectrums of the light and dark skin, right?
Wait, the what was it? The color?
It was like the colorism shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Cause like in high school and middle school, they used to make fun of dark skinned people,
Yeah.
And be like, oh, at least in our era, of middle school, high school. Because nowadays it's just dark skins is it. But before it was like, oh, turn off the light. Oh, I can only see a T.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, damn, bro, you don't have to do that.
PTSD, PTSD, PTSD.
But but in the moment I graduated high school, all of a sudden, like, all the girls said, "Ooh, I need me a dark nigga," and I'm like, "Since when?" Since
Bro.
I'm not complaining, but since when? Can you please tell me the time? And then I start to feel bad because it's like now everybody hate on light skinned niggas. And I'm like, damn, y'all was just a year ago. What happened? Like,
I mean,
and it's like, and then it's like now I always see like, ew. I don't. The only thing a light skinned nigga could do is not be dark, and I'm like, damn, like that's how y'all feel now, or that's how you
Bro.
energy, like. And it's like, why y'all gotta be so picky and choosy over the tones? Why can't you just like the whole, you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Like,
no,
come on.
like I show laugh
That
at
was
like
pain.
I still laugh at
So
like a lot
deep.
of the light skinned memes. Like
Wait, you were laughing?
I laugh at not at that, bro. That is disrespectful. Like just saying, oh, the only thing a light skin can do is just not be like, bro. But like the
But
memes where it's like oh like okay the ones where it's like when light skins get hit or whatever, and it's like
That,
overly dramatic. Like those ones are I laugh
oh
at
yeah,
those ones.
that's
Those
hilarious.
ones are
I guess you
hilarious.
can relate. I guess you
But
can relate.
hell no. Okay, calm down. God, don't do too much now.
Bro, but those jokes are so funny to me. I'll always laugh at those. But
Yeah.
it hit different when you're just like that dark skin that's always being attacked. With
Yeah.
the way that you look, like, bro. Oh, I can't, bro. It was just a different
so
timing. It
funny.
was a
Hey,
different
but
timing.
we need to talk about the fetishization or whatever of black men in general. Like
This shit,
I
it's
Um,
not.
hate that. I
It,
hate that
I
so
feel like
much.
it's got to a point where girls think liking black men is a personality trait.
It's
Like,
just so like even with the riots and stuff. Like, did you ever see those signs where it's like, uh, you know, you can't like black cock and not what's it
oh,
called? Speak up or whatever. Like stuff
right,
like that.
I hated that because
Like
it's
stuff
like
like that. That's not why you're supposed to be there for one.
you reduced us to
Genitalia.
genitalia. Not even you can't love black men. No, you can't like black dick. What the fuck?
Or yeah, and not like yeah, like stuff like that. Or even when people sit here and it's just like
like
it's
right
so
now,
gross.
I feel like it's just cool to be black and be prideful of our skin tone
And
and
yo,
our race because it's just like it's something so exclusive that people can never attain. And I love how we're bringing ourselves up and bringing ourselves like just gassing ourselves up, but the way they tear it, like they feel like they're bringing us up by gassing us up, but they're just not doing it in the right way. I don't
I feel
fuck
like
with that.
no,
You
it's
no.
feel me?
See, oh my gosh.
I
Oh
don't feel
god.
anything genuine from this
At
because it's like
all.
Yeah.
it's like now it's like a white guilt.
Like
Because now you see white girls saying, "Oh my God, I hate my race. I love you guys," and it's like, no, sweetie, like pumpkin, like
you're
I
still
need you.
colonizer. You're still colonizer.
Pumpkin.
Like it's not like I don't like when a white girl likes a black person. It's just don't say I hate my race. I wish I was y'all because it's like
Yeah.
you don't really wish you was on because the
At
fact
all.
that it took so long for us to be to a fetishized point, and it's almost still taboo. Like people
It
like us
is.
because their parents hate us, and it's like okay, yeah, you hate that some of your white folk makes us feel bad, but it's like don't switch up on gang. Like you better double down, bitch. You better fucking be
Nah. Listen
like
though. The one that makes me the most upset, not the most upset, but one of them is do y'all know what like AAVE is? AAVE?
What is
It's so
what's
it's just it's African American Vernacular English, which is basically the way most black African Americans talk.
okay.
It's it and otherwise known as slang. And a lot of those words and phrases or nuances are being like adopted by the rest of our generation.
mm-hmm.
And it's
Oh,
something
you
you
mean
can see like on TikTok and like Twitter, like even like the child. girl, or it
Oh,
be like stuff like that, like,
bro,
and it's mean
that's
like, and here's the thing is people will use it and have like it just becomes disrespectful because it is considered or largely was considered improper English and wrong English the way that we would talk naturally,
exactly.
but now a it's popularized and it's
Yeah.
like idolized almost in a sense, now that it's like sort of coming from like white mouths, and it's
Bro,
something that it's like it's just crazy because I hate it so much, and there's so many times I see like discussions and all like and all stuff like that, um, where it was just it's like it's the fact that it was considered wrong when it was us, and the fact that it is our it's like a sort of dialect that is developed and built upon from us, but now
you
it's
know,
right
you know,
because yeah, go ahead, my fault.
I hate the fact that every time you make some new shit, it's hated on. Until so white people's on it. Not no offense to the white folk, but until so white people's on it, and then all of a sudden it's. I mean, it's just some words. So anybody could say it, but y'all wasn't with it. Like y'all would like people was white people was hating on our hair, our hairstyles, our protective styles. A long time ago, they used to hate braids. Like, ooh, why would
Yeah,
we wear the way we
Yeah.
braid our hair?
it's just stuff that it's considered wrong when it comes from black people. Like just this is society we live in is like a lot of stuff that we do or come up with or popularized within our communities is thusly considered wrong.
And all
And
of a
now
sudden,
nowadays, funny thing is that one of the things I saw on social media is when I think a white girl was trying to get dreads in a way, and it didn't turn out so well. It actually made her hair fall out, I believe,
Oh my
because
gosh.
it is some shit
that type of hairstyle doesn't really work with
you can't
Looser.
their hair texture.
you can't
Right.
dread straight hair. You cannot dread straight hair. There's a reason why our hair is able to dread because it's coily and it
Yeah,
shrinks up and it grows and it mats together.
yeah,
And
but
you could manipulate the hair to come out more Afrocentric, but it's just almost no going back after that shit. After you manipulate it in such a way. But some white people they think, okay, I can take my straight, non-manipulated hair and go straight to dreads. And then it falls out because they're like, oh, this was not a good idea. And it's
yeah,
like, you can't take everything. Some natural shit you just can't do because
yeah,
it ain't natural.
Yeah. I don't know. Like it's just it's complicated, but also like it shouldn't be at the same time. Like
hmm
but it's just like the divide of society that we live in.
that's
Or
definitely.
that we even came from, where it was more so that way. And now we do what we can with it. Like we not that I say we do what we can with it, because that feels like it seems like we've given up.
We take pride in it much
Yeah,
more than we used to.
and we try to yeah, and we defend it a little bit more, like because we have the ability to kind of be more open about oh yeah, this is us, this is who we are, and this is where this came from or stuff like that. Like you gonna know it and put respect on it, sort of.
hmm
Exactly.
Like we can demand a bit more respect now than we used to be able to. I think that's kind of what it is.
I love that though.
Oh
Yeah,
At
yeah,
first, at first, in school they really teach you to be colorblind. And that's why a lot of people feel like, well, it's just a word or it's just a hairstyle. But they don't teach you there's a culture behind this shit.
yeah,
And when you appropriate it, it's like ain't nobody asked you to come over here and popularize our shit when it should have been popular just because we've been doing it.
I really don't
yeah,
like the I don't see color thing because that just feels like it's a way to ignore what's
Exactly.
actually happening.
yeah,
Exactly. I hate it.
Cause like okay yeah, whatever, we all bleed the same, we're all humans, but I'm a human that bleeds the same and is being judged because I got more melanin in
Mm,
my in like I you know
more
my
kinky.
pigment is different, and so
Yeah.
I'm getting judged. It doesn't matter that I bleed the same because I'm still going to bleed first because of these things that make me different.
Exactly,
Most
and it's like
definitely.
honestly, until people stop talking about, oh my God, can I touch your hair? Until
Disrespectful.
that shit die,
Mm.
I was
Yeah.
still fight against that shit. Because I remember back in middle school, these white girls was touching up on my afro, and I didn't think nothing of it. But it's like at the same time, it kind of made my back shiver because it was like, why? Why are you touching me?
I
Like,
cut my afro off in elementary because people were messing with it too much, and it just
I
frustrated
had
me.
I had the
Wow.
bean. They used to call me the mystical. What they call me? The mystical ball that the people tell fortunes on because my hair. I have thin kinky hair, so
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
it's like loose. So it's like when I get a light Caesar, the light reflects off my head. Like it's that crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So people used to smack my head, bro. I used to hate cutting my hair because my brother used to cut my hair and he didn't really know how to do any other hairstyle other than dark Caesar, light Caesar. So
Yeah.
I knew when I cut my hair for like at least 2 weeks, so I should get smacked. I knew it.
Oh, respectfully.
And it's like, damn, fresh cut, slap the shot of your head. It's like, damn.
Oh yeah, but everybody used to do that towards each other, especially when you got that nice freshie. Like, come on.
Yeah, but
Chill.
it's like they can slap anywhere that's gonna hurt, bro.
Of course. Of
Yeah, that
course.
shit was annoying. I'm glad. I hope that shit not a thing no more. He really get abused.
Need my kids to be safe from that.
Right. Yeah, y'all ever have some weird school traditions that used to be taking place? Like back in my middle school, there was a day where girls would kick niggas in their nuts.
All right, bro.
Whoa.
What?
Yes, there was a day. It was specifically
What? They woke up and chose violence.
it was a
Yes. Yeah.
day. It went through
Yes.
for 3 years. 3 years throughout all my whole my middle school life. It was it was some wild shit. It was kickballs day. We weren't talking about the sport.
Yeah, nah.
That shit, I was scared for my life. I got caught lacking in the 8th grade for the first time. And I never felt truer pain. It was such a when you get hit in your balls, it's such a lingering pain
Mm-mm.
for no
Yes, sir.
reason.
It's just different.
Like I really would rather get punched than get kicked in my balls, bro. It's just
We used to
not
call
cool.
it cup check. It
Yeah,
was
I
still
think
painful.
I think I actually had something
Yeah.
similar to that.
Yes. That don't that just sound disgusting to you? Like that also disgusting to you?
Look, at the time I was a kid, it was just I don't know. It was just I
I
didn't
don't
think
make the
too much
rules.
about it.
Right.
Yeah, it was just like a game that we all played and we just were engaged about that. I was ignorant, okay? It's just what it is. A lot most of us just like other kids, you know? We're just doing crazy shit and just doing it, you know?
You know,
Yeah.
I wish they graded you on senior skip day and just give everybody 100 that day. Like that should be a lot of averages. Like fuck it.
I'm trying to remember what I did for senior skip day.
Tofu, tofu. Is the world flat?
What I mean?
That means that we're not getting any points or any extra grades for senior skip day. Come on. Be a hundred. Be a hundred with yourself. That's not
I
happening.
all right. Well, I feel like with this, that's probably a good spot to end things off. How
Yeah,
y'all
man.
feeling? It's been
I'm,
almost 2 hours. Real
oh,
talk.
shit, we really did that.
We just, I was like,
That's
I'm
great.
chilling. I was like, let me just go ahead and run a longer one. This kind of makes up a little bit for not having one last month, and it's two
Yeah,
people. Want to have more room for
Yeah.
more conversation. Like,
that's a fact.
so I mean, hey, thank y'all, Tofu, Riser. Thank y'all for joining
Jesus,
me
man.
today. Like, I
Of course.
appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. I
No
know it's pretty
problem.
late into the night too right now when we doing this. So I appreciate y'all for that.
No problem.
No
No,
problem. I always enjoy talking to you, especially with this great opportunity that you gave me to be on the podcast. So I always respect that.
facts.
Oh no,
Facts.
for sure. I like appreciate having you here. Like it's just it's nice. Like I enjoy talking as well, and I enjoy being able to talk with other creators, especially because like for one, I hope that one day this is gonna just blow up, and then people will be like, oh yeah, let me go check out them. That I can like put other people on game, because when I talk with creators, it's like I enjoy them. I enjoy their personalities. I enjoy talking with them. So hopefully other people get a taste of that through the conversation, and are like, ugh, I also enjoy them. Let me go check them out real quick.
Oh, yeah, yes, sir. Yes.
Like, and that's kind of like the fun that I have with it. Is also I get to dedicate like an hour, 2 hour block of time to talking with somebody that I care about, which is also fun as well, because that just we just don't do that like regularly. Like a lot of times, I don't think people just set time apart to talk with people, um,
Yeah.
and like catch up and talk about whatever.
You know, especially like it also helps you get to know the person a lot more.
Yeah,
You purposely sit down and make it about, first thing that comes to your head.
yeah. It's not even like, and yeah, because a lot of the time that you would spend talking with people, even if you do talk with them, it's like there's a goal in mind. Like it's like you are talking to them with a purpose usually. Um, More so like, oh, I want to get this done with you, or like just like a convenient sort of thing. Like, oh, it just so happened we were able to talk. But this is like dedicated time to be able to just sit and
Yeah.
enjoy, and not have to worry about, oh, I got this project due right here. I gotta make sure I order this. Like, you can just sit and enjoy. It's a nice little escape. Like, I feel like I should have some like some tea or something with me here, or some
Yeah. I like that word
light
escape.
tunes play in the
Yeah.
back. But
Yeah.
it's nice. So I really do appreciate y'all joining me. Hopefully one day I'll have y'all back and have y'all in an actual like studio or something where we can
Yeah,
share some tea or something around the table and talk.
that would be amazing. I'm not even gonna
Like
Yeah.
lie.
I hope that day will come. Really
that's
wishing on
that's the goal. That's the grind.
it.
Um,
Yeah.
but let me go ahead. Just because we was talking about being able to find y'all, loving your personalities, let me go ahead and share y'all socials real quick. Make sure everybody knows. So starting go in order. Tofu. Yeah, we got
Follow me. Follow me on Twitter. And follow me on Twitter, Literal Tofu TV. Follow me on Twitch, Literal Tofu.
Yeah, so yeah, LiteralTofu for literal tofu, and then if you want the Twitter, just add TV at the end. Easy. Go ahead and peep the boy. He's like, I be seeing what he got coming up. Y'all want to see it too? I promise y'all.
Okay.
And
Thank
then we got my boy Riser. You want to give it, or you want me to? You want me to read it off? Which one?
Hey, you can have the honors.
Oh, okay. So go
Yes.
ahead, y'all. Check out my boy RaiserInfinity. And that is
Yeah.
going to be on Twitter, Twitch, and YT, Young YouTube Star. RaiserInfinity, RaiserInfinity. RaiserInfinity on any of those three. Go peep my boy. Because these both of them, honestly, these are really the gang. Like, we go way back.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. And of
I think
course,
we were
y'all.
like 17. Shit.
I was gonna say, y'all were 17 probably, because y'all are older than me.
Yeah.
I was probably shoo, because I know it was early high school by now. I was probably 14, 15.
Really?
Like, it's been about 4 or 5 years, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, it has.
How old are
Like,
you?
I'm 19. I just turned
Oh,
19.
so you was like 15 when we met
Yeah,
you.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
But of course, y'all can also check me out. I'll go ahead and drop my Twitter. I dropped it earlier. Ocarina_kid. OCARINA_KID. Same for Twitch if you want to check me out with that same at. And then my YouTube is just Ocarina. OCARINA. Y'all can check me out any of those. But of course, the links will always be in the description for everybody that's joining me, as well as myself. But I mean, with that being said, y'all got any last words you want to say to the audience before we go?
Value your time, bro. Don't be giving your time out to these girls for no reason, bro. Oh, God.
What about for all the ladies out there?
For ladies, value your body. Like, don't just be out here, fucking to fill your void. Find a healthy outlet. Go to therapy,
I
please.
know a few
We
niggas you could tell that too.
you know, like
Listen,
we would love for more healthy minded black male and females. We would love that. We need to all go to therapy.
oh
Honestly,
no, facts. Hey, black people don't really believe in therapy though. That's why
facts.
we need it. That's why we need it.
Oh, yeah. I don't believe
Exactly.
it, but we definitely need it.
That is why we need it. Hey, but thank y'all again for joining me. I appreciate y'all. And I appreciate everybody who listened. If you made it this far, I hope you have a wonderful. When is the 16th? If you're watching this on release, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. It'd be about 2 p.m. right now if you listen to it right on release all the way through. It's about 2 p.m. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. And honestly, whenever you're listening to this, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. You deserve it. I know you do. I don't need to know you personally to know that you deserve to have a wonderful day and a wonderful life. So thank you for listening. And just know I will see y'all in the next episode of the podcast. Stay safe, y'all. Stay smooth. Be yourself. And I love y'all. Peace.